What's up, boys? It's the Dual Factor once again with another video, and as promised from the last deck profile, which should have been Gravekeepers, I'm coming at you with an updated hero list post Legendary Duelist Immortal Souls or something like this. One with Bakura on it. But this is after Chaos Impact's been released, and it's been about a month since that set came out, and we got the new Evil Hero cards, and I've finally been able to get all the cards and put it together and show you an updated list from the last hero deck profile that I put on my channel. A lot of things have happened since then. We got 3 Malicious back, and we got 3 Stratos, which that in itself is insane, because it actually, having 3 Malicious on his own actually makes E-Call and Fusion Destiny a 2-card combo for turn 1, Dread Decimator, Dark Law, and Dystopia, so you have a decent going first play now. That being said, the deck is still geared to going second, and there's a bunch of ways that I've seen a lot of lists since this deck came out. Like, I've seen people playing super highly in the main deck, I've seen people playing Nibiru in the main deck, so on and so forth. I'm electing not to play those cards because I don't... It's not that I don't like them, I just think there's better options you could be playing, and I don't think Nibiru is as powerful as it was when it was first released because people are playing around it now, so on and so forth. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the profile, but before that, if you haven't checked it out already, go ahead and check out the X2 Drop podcast that we have come out every Monday on Buzzsprout, Google Play, iTunes, Bingo HD's channel, and my channel as well. That being said, let's go ahead and start with the hero deck profile. So as I was saying in the beginning of the video, we do now have 3 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos. It's insane. That's all it is to it. Stratos plus any hero card in your hand essentially becomes Cosmo because of Vision Hero Ferris. And I see people playing 2, and I understand why people are playing 2. But to me, the only normal summon your deck has is Stratos, and you want to be summoning it every single turn. So I don't agree with playing only 2 Stratos. Like I said, people are allowed to do what they want. To me, I want to be able to open as consistently as possible, and it's just kind of like in Invoke decks when you see Alistair. People are playing 3 Alistair, 3 Meltdown, and Terraforming, so that's 7 copies of Alistair. Your deck has 3 E-Call, it has 3 Stratos, it has a copy of Rhoda, and if you count Shadow Mist, that's almost 9 copies of ways to see Stratos in your opening hand, and you want to see it, you know? So I'm going to play 3. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm going to play 3. That being said, we're playing 2 copies of Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. I thought about only playing 1 of this card, and then there have been situations where you need the second Shadow Mist, and then I would definitely play this as a 3 of if Almirage didn't conflict with Cross Crusader, because it's kind of really neat, because if you think about it, if Cross Crusader doesn't have the restrictions that it have, you can normal summon Stratos and then link it off into Almirage, since it's 1,000 or less attack, and then that could search Stratos, or not Stratos, but it could search Ferris, and then any hero monster in your hand becomes combo. And that is insane to me, but unfortunately, Almirage, I think, conflicts too much with Cross Crusader to play that combo, so we're playing the 2 Stratos instead. And then for the 1-ofs, for the regular E heroes, we play 1 copy of Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. This card's a solid 1-of. You don't really have room in your deck to play multiples, and it's just another normal summon. But that being said, it being an Earth attribute is huge because it works well with Mass Change and Mass Hero Diane, giving you free monsters, being able to reborn Shadow Mist from the graveyard or Stratos from the graveyard is really important. And being able to... It's part of the combo where if you open Fusion Destiny and E-Call, you open on the turn 1 board that I was talking about, so you need to play it. And 1 copy of Honest Neos. You search this to kill your opponent for game. And that's it for the Elemental Hero part of the deck. For the Vision Hero part of the deck, the best Vision Hero is Vision Hero Ferris. There's not much I can say about this card. Like, it does a lot for your deck. Like, you discard, like, it sets increase. It puts Malicious in the graveyard. You can use it to discard your copies of a Shadow Mist in your hand to get free searches and stuff like that. And the card's insane. So there's that. We play 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion. I think 2 is the correct number. To me, this is... we also play 2. We're not playing 1 because it's a very high-impact standalone card, and what I mean by that is you could draw only this card, and you'd be able to play the game. So that's what I mean by a high-impact standalone card. Like I said, if we didn't have all the Vision Heroes and we just had mine and stuff like that, I would definitely play 3 of it because it's definitely the best card to open. But for now, we're playing 2, and then a lot of people don't agree with this, but I'm only playing 1 copy of Vision Hero Increase. This is not a very good standalone card, and you need Ferris in hand for it to actually get full value. That being said, I know people play 2 for the cases that if you draw it, you want the other one in the deck to be able to resolve your Ferris for maximum value, but I don't agree with that. I think it's personally... Drawing it's a Garnet. Like, let's be real. It's a Garnet. So I want to minimize my chance of drawing Garnets because you're already playing quite a few anyway to begin with. And yes, I understand that if you draw it, it puts you in a tough situation, but the percentage of you drawing it in an opening card of 6 isn't that high. And you can litter your deck with more consistency cards versus more cards that are just basically bricks in your hands. So that being said, I'm only playing 1, and so far in testing, because what is it, the week that I took this deck, I took it to locals, and I opened in a 4-round tournament, I opened it twice, and those games I was already losing to begin with. So I think the benefits of only playing 1 far outweigh the risks. But yeah, Vision Hero increase when it resolves, card's insane. Plus, people forget it's also treated as a continuous trap card, so its effects changeable. Keep that in mind. That's it for the Vision Heroes. On to the Destiny Heroes. The also newly unlimited Destiny Hero Malicious. This card being at 3 actually gives your deck a lot of new options that I didn't have beforehand, like that turn 1 play I was telling you. Plus, you have a very, very powerful extender. Now, that being said, opening multiple copies of this card sucks, but it is what it is at that point. It increases the ceiling of your deck tremendously, and it's one of the best cards to discard off of Vision Hero Affairs. It's one of the best cards to send off of Vision Hero Vion. It's dark, it's warrior, it does a lot. And then for the 2 Destiny Hero cards, we play 1 copy of Celestial and 1 copy of Dynatag. I don't want to play either of these, to be perfectly honest, but you need something to send to get full advantage of your Destiny Hero Dystopia, and you need another card to send to be able to make your Destiny Hero Dystopia live when you can't make Dread Decimator. So that's why you have to play these 2 cards. But yeah, they're the 2 most high-impact Destiny Hero cards you can play with Fusion Destiny, so that's why we're playing them. And then for the 1 of Evil Hero, because that's it for the Destiny Heroes, we play 1 copy of Evil Hero, a Dusted Gold. Yes, I understand this card's very expensive. I understand not everyone has access to it, but I'm not going to lie to you. Having access to Evil Hero Malicious Bane is actually just insane. Like, I didn't think the card was going to bring that much of an impact to the hero deck, but actually, after playing in a 4-round tournament playing with it, Malicious Bane is actually insane. I summoned it. I went to play almost every single game. I summoned that card, cleared fields, and won. And the fact that... Another thing people don't realize, it's a way to play through There Can Be Only One. Because the Evil Hero cards are all Fiend-type monsters, so you can have an Evil Hero Malicious Bane and a Dark Law on the field at the same time, for example. So, that being said, I think you definitely need to play the Evil Hero cards in your deck as one ofs. Like, it's just insane, and the access you have to them through Cross Crusader, Stratos, Shadow Mist, and as an extension, we'll say Vision Hero Vion, and E-Call. Like, you just have infinite access to this card, and like, it's game-changing. Like, it really is. And that's it for actually all the monsters. For the spell cards, we play 3 copies of the Emergency Call. Like I said, all my opening hands, I want to see Stratos in my hand every single game. And Emergency Call just allows that. It also searches every other E hero in your deck. So it does search Honest Neos. That does come up when you need Honest Neos for a game. It searches your Shadow Mist. It searches your... Solid Soldier, etc. So playing 3 of it is a definite that you definitely need to play 3. 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. It's Stall Fusion for Destiny Heroes. It's a very, very high impact card. You do have to note the turn you activate this, you can only special summon Dark Hero monsters for the rest of the turn. That will come up because people will try to do the combo where you go Solid Soldier and Stratos after you're done. Fusion Destiny, you can't do that. Just keep that in mind. 3 copies of Mass Change. When you draw this and see this card, you're more than likely killing your opponent. You're not using it for a lot of turn 1 setups anymore. Usually you're just playing it to, like I said, kill your opponent. Then for 1 of spells, the 1 copy of Hero Lives, 1 copy of Rhoda, 1 copy of Polly, because you search it off of Vision Hero Vion. I wish we had more than 1 of this card, but there's a reason why it's at 1. And then the final 1 of spell is Dark Calling. This is a fusion spell that you search off of Evil Hero Dusted Gold. That's how you summon Malicious Bane, and that's usually what you're searching when you're going for game. And then for supporting cast, We play 3 copies of Call by the Grave. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this card still. I just know that you want your hero plays to resolve, and I think this is the best way to get them to resolve. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep it in the deck, but for now I thought it was really good. There are some awkward cases where the card's not very good. It just, that's like I said, I don't know how I feel about it. I know, like, against Sky Striker, it's broken against Sky Striker because you can take away their Ray access, and you can kill them a lot easier when they don't have Ray. I like it a lot against Salamangreat, and I played 2 Salamangreat decks on Saturday. And taking away, like, their Spinnies, taking away their Gazelles when they try to add it back with Sunlight Wolf, or hitting Sunlight Wolf when they reincarnate Link is actually really, really good. So there's that. I like it against Orcus because it stops the Dengarsu play if you've already baited the trap cards, etc., etc. So it has a lot of positives, but it does have a lot of cons because, like, it doesn't do much in your hand when they have multiple copies and you don't have anything else to start your plays. So there's that. So I don't know. We'll see. I play 2 copies of Twin Twister because, like I said, I'm playing in a local setting. And even if I went to original, I think I still play 2 because you see a lot of stupid stuff and a lot of back row cards that your deck just doesn't want to deal with. And I think Twin Twister is just another way to deal with other cards, especially like Mystic Mine and stuff like that, because Stratos by itself can't deal with it. So there's that. And then for the only trap card and also hand trap I play in the deck is 3 copies of Infinite Permanence. I think it's the highest impact trap card, right? Trap and hand trap right now. It's really good against Moonlight Orcus. Its coverage across the board is okay. The only place where it's really, really bad is True Draco, but hand traps I think in general are bad against True Draco anyway. But this has a little bit more versatility and stuff like that. So that's why I'm playing as the only hand trap in the deck. That could change, but for now, I think it's the correct card to play. And that is my main deck at 40. On to the extra deck. For the Masked Heroes, 2 copies of Dark Law. Not much to be said. It's Dark Law. It's Macrocosmos on legs. It's the best Masked Hero because I like to say 80% of your hero lineup's all dark, so it works with all of them. But yeah, there's not much to say about that one. The 1 copy of Masked Hero Anki, it's one of the bigger body heroes you can summon off Mass Change. There's a lot of battle phase tricks you can do to kill your opponents, so there's that. 1 copy of Masked Hero Diane. This is to make your Solid Soldier resolve by dodging cards like Valor and Infinite Impermanence. Also, it's a big body hero that you can summon off Mass Change, and it can summon more monsters out of your deck. Keep that in mind. It can summon Stratos out of deck by running over cards. Masked Hero Blast. I like it over Divine Wind. You need a Wind Masked Hero to force your Stratos plays through. And it clears background, stuff like that, so I like it. I haven't summoned it yet because no one's gone to try to stop my actual Stratos plays, unless they had Ash Blossom, then that's a completely different story, but I would still continue to play it. To the Destiny Hero Fusions, 1 Destiny Hero Dangerous, and 1 Destiny Hero Dystopia. Dystopia is, for those of you who don't know, is Trident, and it also burns whenever it's summoned. That's why you play the Celestial. And then you need to play Destiny Hero Dangerous because if the only playable card you have in hand is Fusion Destiny can send Shadow Mist from deck to grave. The trigger its effect to search a card to play against, such as Stratos. So, that being said, that gives you access to your Stratos, will get you access to your Vision Hero Affairs, will get you access to combos. That's why you have to play it. Then for the Vision Heroes, I play 1 Trinity and 1 Adoration. You need to play Adoration as a generic hero monster you can make off of Poly, because that's very important sometimes, because you need ways to put Malicious in your hand to grave. If you drew it, you need ways to send Shadow Mist to grave, so on and so forth. Vision Hero Trinity, you are literally only summoning this card for game, and when you do, it is going to be insane, because it's going to be backed by Elements of Onesinos almost every single time at 7,500, attacking 3 monsters. I could go on, this card's insane. The card I've been talking about, Evil Hero Malicious Bane. So for those of you who don't know what it does, I'll give you a quick rundown. It can only be summoned by Dark Fusion. Dark Calling is treated as Dark Fusion, so keep that in mind. It can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect, and then once per turn you can destroy monsters on the field whose attack is less than or equal to this monster's, and then it gains 200 for each one. So this card is clearing boards, it's gaining attack, and it is pushing for game. Also, keep in mind it is a Dark Hero, so you can turn it into Dark Law if necessary. But the card's insane. Like, it warrants the price tag for what it does for its deck. Like, it is actually broken. And then on to the Link monsters. 2 Cross Crusaders. I can't say enough about this card. It does everything you want for a hero deck. And then we also have 1 copy of Extra Hero Wonder Driver. For now, we play it. There's a lot of cool interactions and stuff like that, and it can reset mass change. It can reset polymerization. I'm not 100% certain Fusion Destiny, but I don't think I would do that anyway. But there's a lot of applications the card has. And then 1 copy of Dread Decimator. This card went from being absolutely terrible to absolutely broken now, since we have all access to it, especially with Cross Crusader. And it also is a way to make your Dystopia live, and it hits for a lot of damage. And then the 14th XX slot, it can be anything you want, honestly. I was thinking about All Mirage, I was thinking about playing a Super Poly target, but ultimately I decided on Boral Sword. I have yet to summon this card in this deck. I doubt it's going to come up, but like I said, your 15th slot right now can be anything you want. And that was my hero deck profile, post-Immortal Duelists. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out the podcast. Tell me what you guys want to see. I did pick up the new Marine Sus cards. I have the Galaxy I saved for Dragon Soul. Probably do Combo Thunder. I kind of want to do Blue Eyes with the Guard Dragon combos and all that fun stuff, because you know how much I love Blue Eyes, and Kabe was a better duelist than Yugi. Don't at me. But thanks for watching. Check us out in the next video, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.